సార్ మీ మైక్ మ్యూట్ లో ఉంది సార్.
సార్ మాకేం వినిపించట్లేదు సార్.
Okay, sorry ma. Right? So right. So first write down the problem. Right? First write down the problem. Right. So here the given equation is a heat equation. So this is a one-dimensional heat equation. So dou u by dou t is equal to dou square u by dou x square. Right? So this is a one-dimensional heat equation. So for the solvation of the heat equation, we have two methods. So one is Crank-Nicolson method. So second one is Bender-Schmidt method. Right? So coming to the Crank-Nicolson method, so it is valid for all values of lambda. Here what is lambda? Lambda is equal to k by ah square. Right? So the Crank-Nicolson method is valid for all values of lambda. Right? So and also in the Crank-Nicolson explicit formula, if we replace lambda is equal to 1, then we will get the simplified Crank-Nicolson formula. So that is nothing but that is like standard 5-point formula, right? So so either of the h or k values are unknown. At least one of the values is unknown. If both values are known, then we will use the general Crank-Nicolson formula, right? So next, so that is the Crank-Nicolson method. So we completed the problems of Crank-Nicolson method, right? So next, so coming to the Bender-Schmidt method. So Bender-Schmidt problem మీద మెన్షన్ చేయడు క్వశ్చన్ లో వాడు సాల్వ్ దిస్ ప్రాబ్లం బై యూజింగ్ Bender-Schmidt అని చెప్పడు, రైట్? Crank-Nicolson లేదంటే యూ కెన్ చూస్ ది ఆల్టర్నేటివ్ మెథడ్ Bender-Schmidt. సో దట్ ఈస్ ది కీ, రైట్? సో ఇది సార్ ఇది గివెన్ ప్రాబ్లం Bender-Schmidt లేదు, Crank-Nicolson లేదు, సో ఇట్ ఈస్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ద సిలబస్ అన్నప్పుడు అది రాంగ్, రైట్? Suppose if it is Crank-Nicolson problem, then clearly they mentioned in the question. But in the question, if they are not mentioned any method name and it is heat equation, then you will choose the Bender-Schmidt method. So in Bender-Schmidt also we have two types, right? So Bender-Schmidt means it is the author name, right? Crank and Nicolson. See these two, they are also authors. So Bender-Schmidt. So in the name of Bender-Schmidt, they derived the formulas, two formulas. One is Bender-Schmidt explicit formula. Second one is Bender-Schmidt formula. So what is Bender-Schmidt explicit formula means? It is valid for all values of lambda. It is valid for 0 less than lambda less than or equal to 1/2, right? If lambda is equal to 1/2, then we will choose the Bender-Schmidt formula. That is the average of the two neighboring values. But whereas if lambda not equal to 1/2, we will use the Bender-Schmidt explicit formula. Bender-Schmidt explicit formula, right? So that is the different formula. Already we derived that formula. So we just substitute the value of lambda in that formula, then we will get the Bender-Schmidt recurrence explicit formula, right? So listen carefully. First of all, in this problem, h value is known and k value is known. Both values are known values. So it is easy to find the value of lambda, right? So write down. Given that dou u by dou t is equal to dou square u by dou x square, right? Where a is equal to, what the value of a? Where a is
1.
1. Because the coefficient of dou u by dou t is 1. So write down, since dou square u by dou x square is equal to a into dou u by dou t. I repeat this equation. Why? Because it is very important. Where a is the coefficient of dou u by dou t, right? Suppose if we take the A is a quotient of dou square U by dou x square, then the problem will be wrong. You will get the wrong answer. So that's why many times I mentioned it clearly, where A is the quotient of dou U by dou t. Right? So here there is no problem. Why? Because both the coefficients of derivatives are 1. So there is no problem here. So clearly A is equal to 1. Listen. And H is equal to what that? H is equal to
1 by 3, sir.
1 by
1 by 3.
K is equal to
1 by 36.
what the formula for lambda?
Lambda equal to K by AH.
K by
K
AH
by
square.
Yes. What is this value? What is this value?
4.
No. 1 by 4. If it is 4, then Crank-Nicolson, Bender-Spin method is not applicable. Right? Bender-Spin method not applicable for this problem. If it is 4, 1 by 36 into 9. So that is nothing but 1 by 4. So you observe that here lambda is equal to 1 by 4. That is lambda is equal to 0.25. It is not 1 by 2. So here we are not used the Bender-Schmidt formula. That is the average of two neighboring values. We are not using that formula. So we are going to the original formula, that is called Bender-Schmidt explicit formula. Bender-Schmidt explicit formula. Here you clearly observed that here we have two formulas. One is Bender-Schmidt explicit formula. It is valid for 0 less than lambda less than 1 by 2. Right? So and Bender-Schmidt formula that is valid for that is for lambda is equal to 1 by 2. Right? So next, so here 1 by 4 that is 0.25. So it is clearly less than 0.5. That is 1 by 2. Right? So here we are using Bender-Schmidt explicit formula. Right? So right. So up to this complete one. Yes?
Yes,
yes,
sir.
sir.
So right now, next. Where here next step. Here lambda is equal to 1 by 4, right? That is equal to 0.25, which is less than 0.5, which is less than 0.5, which is less than 0.5. How the bracket correspond? So that is 0 less than 1 by 4 less than 1 by 2. That is 0 less than 1 by 4 less than 1 by 2. For our understanding purpose only, right? No need to mention each and everything, but if you understand, it is very good, right? So 0 less than 1 by 4 less than 1 by 2, right? So where lambda is 1 by 4, right? Next, first we will derive the recursive formula. Then after that, we will go to the problem. Listen, by Bender-Schmidt explicit formula. Right? So you don't get confusion here. Suppose if you missed the class, then definitely you will get the confusion. When we use the Bender-Schmidt formula, when we use the Bender-Schmidt explicit formula, so definitely you will be confused. So that's why what I'm requesting is we have only 4 formulas. In Crank-Nicolson, 2 formulas. In Bender-Schmidt, 2 formulas. So, but we concentrate on the lambda values. So everything is based on the lambda, right? So in Crank-Nicolson also, if lambda is equal to 1, it becomes simplified Crank-Nicolson formula. For our understanding, for our simplification purpose, right? So only we are setting lambda is equal to 1 there. But here lambda is equal to 1 by 2. So lambda is equal to 1 by 2, then it becomes a Bender-Schmidt formula, right? So right. Next. What is the formula? We have, right? We have what is the formula? We have ui comma I plus 1 comma j.
I comma j plus 1.
I comma j plus 1. Yes. I comma j plus 1 is equal to
Lambda into
lambda into that is I am telling, not half. Okay, here we have lambda is equal to 1 by 4 lambda is equal to 1 by 4, you can use the original formula. For lambda is equal to 1 by 2, then you will use the simplified formula, right? So lambda into what is that formula?
ui plus 1 comma j
I plus 1 comma j
plus
plus
ui minus 1 comma j
yes
plus
plus
1 minus 2 lambda into
yes 1 minus 2 lambda into
ui comma j.
yes. Here we have just one extra term. Suppose if we setting lambda is equal to 1 by 2, this term becomes 0. That is the Vanderbilt formula, right? So for our simplification purpose, for our understanding purpose only, I am not using this formula regularly, right? Why? Because suppose you are getting confusion. That's why based on the pictorial notation, we solved the problems in previous classes, right? So you can observe that here ui comma j plus 1 is equal to lambda into this one. Suppose lambda is equal to 1 by 2, what happened? This term becomes vanished, right? So if it is vanished, then the formula we call what we call Vanderbilt formula. But lambda is not equal to 1 by 2. So in that case, we are using the original formula. So this is called Vanderbilt explicit formula. Vanderbilt explicit formula, right? So you sub here, what is lambda?
1 by 4.
So you substitute that value in that formula, right? Therefore, ui comma, so this is also very easy. This is also nothing but average. But we have extra this term, right? Here we have only this term is extra, right? So that is equal to what is lambda? 1 by 4 into ui plus 1 comma j plus ui minus 1 comma j, right? So next 1 minus 2 into 1 by 4. That is nothing but 1 minus 1 by 2. What is this value?
1 by 2 ui comma.
Yes. So the problem also right? So simplify this one. Simplify this one. ui comma j plus 1. Suppose I am taking 4 as LCM, right? What happened? ui plus 1 comma j plus ui minus 1 comma j plus what is that? What is this value?
2 into
Yes.
2 into
ui.
ui comma j.
Yes. So call it as equation number. Call it as equation number. Right? So comparing with that formula, we have only one extra term, that is ui comma z. Ui comma z. So this is the only extra term here. Right? Why? Because why it is happened? Here lambda not equal to 1 by 2. So because of that reason, here we have extra term. So this is called Vanderbilt explicit formula. Previous one is Vanderbilt formula simply. So this is called Vanderbilt explicit formula, right? So up to this complete mark. Everyone, right? So next go to the boundary conditions. Go to the boundary conditions. Right. So what is the first boundary condition? Right. So first, here what is the range of x? What is the range of x?
0 to 1.
0 to 1.
0 to 1, right? So here 0, this is 1. So range of x is 0 to 1, right? So and also they mentioned that they asked that up to 2 levels you will find the solution of the given equation, right? So only in t level, in t direction we have to find the up to 2 levels we have to find the integral values, right? So listen carefully. So you keep this formula. So next. First, so listen. H is the step length along x direction. Starting value x and what is the x value?
0.
0. Next, what is the next value? Listen. X range is 0 to 1. Why? Because u of 0 comma t is equal to u of 1 comma t is equal to 0. Here x starting value 0, ending value 1. So, but there is no t range, t is variable. So, there is no fixed range. So that x is 0 to 1. So, x starting value 0, ending value 1. Ending value 1. Right? So, what is the between values? So, between values depends upon the step length. So, this is x naught. X1 is x naught plus h. Right? X2 is x1 plus h. So, like that. So, here h is, what is h value?
0.3.
1 by
You tell in terms of fractional values.
1 by
1
3.
by 3, sir.
1 by, next value.
2 by 3, sir.
Next value.
2 by 3.
What is that?
1, sir.
1.
1,
Sir,
sir.
nothing but 1. So we have only two interior values, right? So this is the x range. Listen, you don't write, right? Next, t range. What is the starting value t? So here also t is 0, right?
0.
Listen, our condition is our
0
solution
to 2.
u of x comma t. So first one is x value, next one is t value, right? So like this, here t is 0.
0.
0. This is t. Listen, you don't write. Listen. So what is the next value? So listen. Here k is the step length along the t direction. H is the step length along the x direction. So what is the value of k?
1 by 36.
So this is t naught. T1 is t naught plus k. What is that value? 0 plus 1 by 36.
1 by 36.
So what is the next value?
2 by 36.
What is the next value?
3 by 6.
What is the
3
next
by
value?
36.
4 by
4
36.
by
What is the
36.
last value?
1, sir.
1.
How will you say last value? Do you know the range of t?
No, sir.
No, sir.
How can you say? Here, we don't know the last value of t. In the given problem, you can observe the yesterday problem. In yesterday problem, clearly they mentioned the range of t also. But in this problem, there is no range of t. And also, that's why indirectly what they are asking is up to 2 levels. So listen, so this is the boundary level, right? We are always neglecting this level. So from the onwards, we are taking 2 levels only. So this is 1 level. So this is another level. So completed problem. No need to evaluate the values of 3 by 36, 4 by 36 and so on. We are finding the values only up to 2 levels, right? So up to 2 levels means, so this is 0th level. So 0th level means it is a boundary. By using boundary, we are going to find the interior values, right? So we are neglecting this value. That is, we are not considering this as a level. So from this onwards, right? So 1 by 36 is the 1 level. 2 by 36 is the second level, right? So no need to go for the 3 by 36, 4 by 36. Suppose if you want to find, then you can. But there is no use for that. Okay? Why? Because what they are asking is up to 2 levels we have to find. That's enough. So next, so coming to the boundary condition. So listen. Next. You don't write this one, right? Next. What's the first boundary condition?
U of x comma 0 equal to sin pi x.
Sin pi x, right? So you can change your Cauchy as radians. In terms of radians, you can change, right? Why? Because here we have sine value, so that you can change your Cauchy as radians, not degrees, right? Radians. So next, listen. What is the first x value?
0, sir.
2, 0. That means sine 0. That is 0.
0, sir.
Next, listen. This is also one of the very important, right? So many times in many examinations, this question is asked, right? So that's why you listen carefully. Suppose if you have any doubt, then you ask freely, right? So the next, what is the next value? Yes, for understanding
1 by
purpose
3.
only, I draw this table for understanding purpose. Before going to the going to find the interior values, there is no use of this table actually, but we have to evaluate the boundary values. So because of that, I just to draw this table, right? So now you know very well, you observe very well. So what the next value? 1 by 2. What the next value? 2 by 2. What the last value? No. Right. So you listen. So 1 by 3 comma 0, that is sin pi by 3. So sin pi by 3 means sin 60. What is that value? What is that value? Root 3 by 2. Right? So otherwise in calc you can directly evaluate the sin 60 value. What is that? 0.86 up to 4 decimals.
0.866.
Yes, 866. Next value 0 na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So leave that. So listen. So this is one of the, so this is important. Suppose if you doesn't know this one, then you will not take forward step, right? It is not possible to take forward step. Listen. Next one. What next value?
2 by 3 comma 0.
Yes, 2 by 3 comma 0. So that is sin 2 pi by 3. Listen, sin 2 pi by 3. That is
Sir?
sin 120.
సార్
Yes.
రేడియన్స్ లో తీసుకోమన్నారు కదా సార్.
అవునమ్మా, ఏమైంది? sin 120 ఏమైంది?
మరి అప్పుడు -0.305 వచ్చింది సార్.
ఓకే, అంటే ఇక్కడ వరకు ఓకే. అంటే చూడండి, రేడియన్స్ లో తీసుకునే ఓకే. రేడియన్స్ లో తీసుకున్న వాళ్ళు ఏంటంటే ఇక్కడ వరకు పై బై 3 తీసుకోండి, లేదన్నప్పుడు మామూలుగా డిగ్రీస్ లో తీసుకుంటే sin 60 చేసేయండి. sin ఇదంతా కన్ఫ్యూజన్ వద్దులేండి. sin 60 ఎంతో చెప్పేయండి. 0. ఇదే sin 60 ఎంతమ్మా? వాట్ ద sin 60 వాల్యూ? సో అదర్వైజ్
సార్ sin 60 పెడితే -0.3048 వస్తుంది సార్, కానీ sin pi by 3 పెడితే 0.866 వస్తుంది సార్.
ఓకే, వాట్ దిస్ వాల్యూ? same value. Why? Because this value is 120, right? So it is in second coordinate. In second coordinate, sin is positive. So same value, we are getting same value here also, 0.8660. Yes, sin 120 is 0.8660. Sin 120 nothing but sin of 180 minus 60. This is in second coordinate. 180 minus theta is sin of 180 minus theta is sin theta. So that is sin 60. Same value. Okay, it is clear?
Yes, sir.
It is clear, or if you have any confusion, right? So suppose if you have any confusion, you can directly write down this value as sin 60. Everyone know the value of sin 60. What is that? What the sin 60?
Root 3 by 2, sir.
What is that?
Root 3 by 2, sir.
Root 3 by 2. So in your calculation, you click on the root 3 and you first you evaluate the root 3 value and divide it with 2. Then you will get the same answer. Suppose if you have any problem, right? So it is also right. So clear. Next, what is the last value?
సార్ 5 వాల్యూస్ పెడితే మరి డిఫరెంట్ గా వస్తుంది ఏంటి సార్?
What ma?
సార్ అక్కడ 60 అని 120 గాని పెడితే నెగటివ్ 60 sin 60 నెగటివ్ వస్తుంది సార్.
There is no chance for
సార్
next value.
డిగ్రీస్ లో పెట్టి చేస్తుంటే 0.866 వచ్చింది సార్ sin 60.
సో ఓకే అయితే మీరు రేడియన్స్ లో వదిలేయండి, ఇంకా వదిలేండి. సో చూడండి, మా రేడియన్స్ లో చేంజ్ చేసేయవద్దు. డిగ్రీస్, ఒక డిగ్రీస్ లో ఈ వాల్యూ వచ్చింది అంతేనా?
సార్ డిగ్రీస్ లో కూడా
sin 60 చేస్తుంటే sin 60 డిగ్రీస్ లో తీసుకుంటే 0.8660 వచ్చింది సార్.
ఓకే,
sin pi by 3 రేడియన్స్ లో చేస్తుంటే
sin 120 పెట్టాలి. మీరు డిగ్రీస్ లో తీసుకున్నప్పుడు యూ డోంట్ యూజ్ పై, రైట్? యూ జస్ట్ టైప్ యాజ్ sin 120, రైట్? నేను చెప్పింది అదే. ఓకే, మీరు రేడియన్స్ తీసుకున్నప్పుడు యూ డైరెక్ట్లీ క్లిక్ యాజ్ పై యూజ్ చేయాలి. అక్కడ మీరు అది యూజ్ చేయకుండా 60 అని కొడతారు. రేడియన్స్ చేంజ్ చేశారు, కరెక్టే. రేడియన్స్ చేంజ్ చేసినప్పుడు పై అని ఉంటుంది సింబల్ మనకి క్యాల్షీలో. అది క్లిక్ చేయాలి మీరు. అది కాకుండా 60 కొడితే మళ్ళీ మారుతుంది. 60 is a degree, it is an algebraic value. Pi is a radians, right? So there is a difference. మీరు సైన్ కొట్టేసి రేడియన్స్ లో పెట్టి సైన్ 60 కొడితే ఇట్ విల్ గివ్ ది డిఫరెంట్ ఆన్సర్, రైట్? సో రేడియన్స్ లో పెట్టినప్పుడు సైన్, then after that you will click the pi symbol, pi by 3, that's enough, then you will get this value. So it is clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. So next one. Right. So what is the last value? What is the last value?
1,0.
0.
So that is sin pi. What is sin pi?
Sin 180 degrees 0.
Yes.
0, sir.
Sin n by 0. Sin pi 0. Sin 2 pi 0. Sin 3 pi 0. Sin 4 pi. Sin n by 0. Right. So right. So first boundary condition is clear. First boundary condition is clear. Next. So write down this one. Write down. Next. So next boundary condition. U0 comma t is equal to 0. From this, listen. From this, what is the starting value of t? 0.
0, sir.
Yes. So already we have a value 0 0. No need to evaluate the calculate again. So what is the next value t?
1/36.
Yes, 1/36. This is equal to 0. What is the next value of t?
2/36.
Right. What is the next value of t?
Ante, sir.
No need. 3/36 is the next value, but no need. Why? Because up to 2 levels we have to calculate the interior value. That's it. Right. What is the next last boundary condition? U of 1 comma t is equal to 0. Here x is 0. Here x is 1. So because of that reason, we concluded as x range is 0 to 1. X range is 0 to 1. So like this, there is no range of t. Here t, here t. But here we have t. So that is lower bound. There is no upper bound. So that we cannot find the range of t. Right? Next. So that means that u of 1 comma 0. U of 1 comma, what is the value of next value t?
1/36.
Yes. So that value 0. Next. What is the next value of t?
2/36.
Yes. So with this, we are evaluating all the boundary values, right? We are evaluating all the boundary values, right? So write down. Up to that, you write down the boundary values. Then after that, we will draw the table. So from the table, once you will draw the table, then the problem is complete, right? So here the base work is important, right? So in Laplace equation, there is no base work, but iteration process is important. But whereas here base work is important, right? First, we are finding the values of the boundary values and what is h, what is k, right? So what is the range of x, what is the range of t, right? So here range of x is depends upon h value, that is step length h along h direction, along t direction the step length is k. So that is important here, right? So I think this is the last problem in unit 6. So with that, I completed and I covered all the topics of unit 6. In unit 6, we have only 3 topics. One is classification. Second one is Crank-Nicolson method. That is nothing but what is that? Laplace equation. Third one is heat equation. One is classification, Laplace equation, heat equation. So with that, for 6th unit is completed, right? So, and also the problem is very easy, right? So you don't need to get the confusion, right? So here we based on the lambda value, we are using the formulas, right? And also without remembering, by using the pixel notation, we are using the formula, right? Right? Complete, man?
Yes, Yes, sir.
Okay. So everyone completed now? Right. So next, now develop a table by using above values. By using above values. That's about data. Right. By using above data. So it is very simple problem. It is very simple problem. Up to 2 levels we have to find the. We are going to evaluate the interior values. So it is very simple problem. Comparing tested problem, right? Right. So listen. This is x. This is t. Right. Right. So x initial value 0, 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 3 by 3 nothing but 1. 3 by first reason. What the t initial value 0, 1 by 36, 2 by 36. That's enough. 2 by 36. Listen. So now based on the above values, we will fill the boundaries. So this is boundary. So this is boundary, right? So this is one boundary. This is another boundary. So this is the interior values. We have to evaluate these values, right? So listen, right? So the form is e of x comma t. So based on this is x. U0 0. What is the value?
0.
Next. U 1 by 3 0. First it take
0.866.
what that?
0.866.
866.
U 2 by 3 0. What is that?
0.866.
Listen. Next. U10.
0.
0.
Next. U0 1 by 36.
0.
0. U1 by 3 1 by 36.
Unknowns.
Unknown. We have to evaluate that value. Right? This is unknown. Next. U01 2 by 36.
0, sir.
0. Next. Coming to the last boundary. U1 1 by 36.
0, sir.
Next. U1 2 by 36.
0.
So this is unknown. U1, U2, U3, U4. Just we have 4 unknowns. Suppose if we evaluate these 4 unknowns, then the problem complete. So this is unknown. We don't know the value U1 by 3, 1 by 36. So that way this is called as U1. We don't know the value 2 by 36, 1 by 36. So that's why it is called U2. But we know the value U1 comma 1 by 36. So that is J. Right? So only first we have to fill the boundaries. So this is one boundary. So this is another boundary. So this is another boundary. So these are the interior values. So listen carefully. So in yesterday problem, for finding this one, we are taking the average of these two values. Right? So we are taking the average of these two values. Now we are taking the sum of these two values and multiply this value by 2, then the totally divide with 4. అంటే చెప్తాను చూడండి. అంటే ఇక్కడ మనం ఈ వాల్యూ కూడా తీసుకుంటాం. టుడే ఈ వాల్యూ కూడా కన్సిడర్ చేసుకుంటాం. రైట్? సో ఈ వాల్యూ ui, j కూడా కన్సిడర్ చేసుకుంటాం. నేను ఫిక్స్డ్ గా చెప్తాను మీకు. రైట్? సో టేబుల్ కంప్లీట్ అమ్మా.
Yes, sir.
Listen. So first ui comma j. So left value ui minus 1 comma j. This is ui comma j plus. Sorry, ui plus 1 comma j. Right? Next. So this is what is this value? అంటే ఇలా అమ్మ తీసుకుందాం. సో ఇది చూడండి.
U, J plus 1.
ఇది i అనుకోండి. i plus 1 ఇది. ఇది i plus 2. సో ఇది వచ్చేసి i minus 1. ఇది వచ్చేసి i minus 2. ఇది వచ్చేసి వాట్ ఇస్ వాల్యూ సారీ ఇది i కామా j రైట్ సో అంటే ఈ x యాక్సిస్ మీద దేర్ ఇస్ నో చేంజ్ ఇన్ y కదా కాబట్టి ఇదంతా j అవుతుంది ఇది j అవుతుంది సో ఇది j అవుతుంది ఇది j సో ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసరికి వాట్ ఇస్ వాల్యూ there is no in y axis there is no change in x so that this is ui comma j plus 1 so this is ui plus 1 comma j plus 1 మన కోఆర్డినేట్ యాక్సిస్ లో ఎలాగో పాయింట్స్ డినోట్ చేస్తాం అంతే కూడా x కామా x plus h కామా x plus 2h కామా కోఆర్డినేట్ సిస్టం ఎలా అయితే డినోట్ చేస్తామో అంతే కూడా రైట్ సో దిస్ ఇస్ j throw so j plus 1 throw what is value what is value yes I comma j plus 1
I comma j plus.
I plus 1 comma j plus 1.
what is this value
Minus 1 comma j plus 1.
right now we are going to find this value this is u1 this is u1 so what is the formula 1 by 4 into what is the formula ui minus
I
j plus ui plus 1 comma j plus 2 into ui comma j yes so now you are taking this value and this value and you multiply this by 2 so that is u1 right so from 1 okay so in picture is for you side lo right so so from that formula listen so 1 by 4 into right so first ui comma so this value so this value so 0 plus 0.866 plus 2 into middle value so this value what is that right so కావాలంటే ఇంకా చూడండి u1 is equal to 1 by 4 into 0 plus 0.866 plus 2 into 0.866 right so this is u1
0.650.
0. What is that? Calculate.
0.650.
0.65 up to 4 decimals.
0.6495.
64?
6495, sir.
Yes, very good. Absolutely correct. 649. Next, coming to U2. So the problem completed almost 1 by 4 into. So listen. So this is U1. So you take